considered by many to be one of the hardest programming languages to learn. It is a language used in many applications, from games to advanced graphic softwares. It is a language that dominates the industry, which is why I have set out on a journey to learn C++ in 3 days as a programmer who has never used it. In this video, you will watch as I struggle and succeed while learning the basics of a complex system. In order to understand C++, however, we must discover what a programming language actually is and how they came to be. Back in the 1900s, when computers were first invented, they could only do simple mathematical calculations using a simple but inefficient language known as binary, which consisted of only ones and zeros, on and off switches, for different computer mechanisms. It was a language that was simple enough for computers to understand. For years, this was how computer programs were made. However, as people made more complex and advanced programs, it became harder and harder for people to work together and maintain such programs. People were willing to dream big, but there were only a few people who could actually understand binary code. No one was willing to spend hours making a program that could fail if a 1 or 0 was out of place. This was when one of the first programming languages ever made, assembly, took the world by storm in 1947. It was a more human-friendly system of programming that converted plain text into actual binary code that a computer could understand. Well, nowadays, it would be considered as a low-level language. Back then, it was perceived as something that would make programming so much easier than having to type all those ones and zeros. Many programming languages followed after that, with different ways of interpreting binary to actual human language, with lower-level languages like assembly and C resembling machine code more and being a lot harder to learn, and higher-level languages like Python and Scratch, which resembled human language more and being a lot easier to learn. One day, a Danish computer scientist named Bjarne Stroustrup created a language called C++ in 1979 at Bell Labs with the goal of having the low-level language efficiency of C, whilst also having the high-level language features. But how does C++ actually work? Let us start with the basics. For simple C++ inputs, which is information given by the user, and outputs, which is information given by the program, you will need something that is called an IO stream, a header file that allows you to do basic interactions with the user's terminal screen, which you can add to your script by typing #include IOStream. When you type in C++, the things you want the computer to do start at the main function, which you initiate by typing int main with parentheses and curly braces. But what can C++ actually do? In its simplest form, it can put messages on a screen using std::cout, or standard character output. When you insert text into standard character output, it will display itself onto a screen. I tested this fact when I made my own C++ script, as shown here. Alright, you can also write a comment on your code. Also write, if you put 2 slashes in front of anything, you can write a comment and it will not affect your code. So this is my hello world code. This doesn't affect my code. Should also put a comma here. Yeah. But this is only one of the 4 levels of C++ that I explored. And today, I'll be taking you on the full journey, from putting Hello World on the screen to making much more complex projects in C++. The next project, however, is making a password screen in C++. Before I could get to that though, I must explore character inputs and variables. Alright, so I was watching the video more and I learned about this thing called variables. So what a variable is that it is a value. What a value is that it is a number like 45 or 78 or 45,876. Variables can also be text or hi, I'm a variable. Variables can be many things, but the most important part about variables is that variables can be changed. The first type of variable that we should discuss in C++ is an int, which stands for integer. So basically like int age. an age could be an integer, and someone's age could be equal to 23 or 12 or 3 or 89. But then later in the code, you could also just say age equals 56. And then later in the code, you could also say age equals 789. You can't do this with regular numbers. Let's say you wanted to display whatever age the user is. Well, you don't know what age the user is, so you need to have the user put in their age character input, and then basically what variables can do is that they can just change however you want. Regular numbers, they can't really change it all organized way. So standard character input takes input from the user. Whenever you do standard character output, you put these brackets pointing left, but when you're doing standard character input, these brackets going right. Integers can only store whole numbers like 567 or 345 or 1, but they cannot store 34.99. But what if you do want to store decimal? Well, you can do a double. Double is a type of variable that can store. Another variable type is a bool, or which stands for boolean, which only stores true and false. If we save this and we go to our code, it'll ask how old we are. If we say something absurd like 345, it'll say you are 345 years old. So this is a simple C++ program over here. After that first C++ thing, I tried to test the limits of what I could really put input into the age. I found out that if you put in absurdly giant numbers, it will never actually put those numbers, and it'll only put this number. So it seems that the highest number that this thing will ever go to is 2,147,483,647. But what if you are a super being and you use my program? Is that the highest age it'll ever go to? And I found out that the integer thing actually stores numbers instead of letters. So what I found about this new thing called the string, which will only store characters. Standard string. So I'm just changing the age from an integer to a string. If I type this absurd thing out, wow, it actually works now. I'm so smart. Alright guys, so today is indeed the next day. Level 2 is make a login screen, and in order to do that, I need to be able to do if statements. It's pretty easy to do if statements in Scratch. I mean, all you gotta do is just like if space is pressed, then move 10 steps, and basically it'll just do that, you know? That's just what it's gonna do. So I need to figure out how to do the same thing but in C++. Alright, so then just if this, then that. Okay, let's see. Alright guys, so I'm gonna save this and see what it does. Compilation failed. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot the semicolon. All right, I think it's correct now. Let's try again. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, this doesn't really do anything right now, so I'm gonna test out that if statement. Now I'm starting to get really comfortable with typing all the standard and character outputs and all these arrows and stuff. I forgot to make a variable for the user's input. Alright, time for the if statement. Alright, I really hope this works. Let's test it. Compilation failed. Oh. Wait a minute, you're supposed to... Oh, wait. So you're supposed to put not... parentheses? And I'm guessing there's also parentheses here. Okay, wait. Wait, you're supposed to put two? Let me just put two there then. Two equal signs. Please. Oh, it works! Yes, okay, it works. It works. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So then how do you check if they're not, how do you check if the string is not equal? Wait, is there like, wait, can we use like an if then else block like in Scratch? Alright, so I'm gonna try and see if this works. Alright, please don't, it gave me an error. It expected something before else. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait, it wanted me to add this. Okay, bro, this better work. Yes, let's go. So if I type something wrong, it should say, yes. So if I type in the right password. Let's go. Let's go! Although I want to make it so that like if I enter in the wrong password, it'll keep asking me for the password. I made a model of what my thing in C++ does right now, and I replicated it in Scratch. It'll say, what is your password? And then if it's not, quote pass1, 2, please. It'll say wrong. But I wanted to keep doing stuff. So in Scratch, you would put a forever loop around here, and if the password is correct, it would just stop the script. But if it's wrong, it'll keep going. I need to find the C++ equivalent of a forever loop and wrap it around here, if the password is correct, it'll just stop the script. Okay, let me see. And then break or return. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger. Hopefully this doesn't give me an error. It gave me an error. Expected this. Oh, right, I forgot to put the semicolon thing. Alright, hopefully now it works. Yes, okay, it works. Super. Pass. 1, 2, 3. And if I do this, it should just tell me to enter my password again. Okay, so it's telling me to enter my password again and again, but I'm facing a little bit of an issue here. You see, 1, 2, 3. Then it should work. Yep, welcome to the program. Alright, so it should. Yes, alright, it works. Finally works. Alright then, I guess it works. So that is one level down, a couple more to go. Level 3, create a guessing game. For this level, I'm supposed to make one of those games where like you keep putting numbers and it keeps saying too high or too low. I'm gonna need it to pick a random number for me to guess because the user isn't supposed to know the number. The way you do this in Scratch, I think I'm just gonna keep on using Scratch to model what I want. So basically the way you would do this, so basically at the start of the program, it would pick what number that it wants to be, and whatever that number is will be this variable number. So at the start of the program, it will set number to a random number, which would be a random number from 1 to 100, and then it will have the user guess what number it is. So if the answer is greater than the number, then it would say too high. The answer was less than the number, too low. But if the answer was equal, it would say you win. Now I can already see what the number is because this is the variable, but if I say something like 50, it'll say to oh wait, yeah, that's the it'll say it instantly, so it has to wait. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot, stop the script. If I say 28, then it'll be you win. So yeah, I have to replicate this in C++. Alright, so the first challenge I have to find in this is like how to like set random numbers, and then the second challenge I have to find in this is how to see like if numbers are greater than or less than, and I also have to find a weight, like the weight block in this. So yeah. Okay, it seems like it's supposed to be this rand, so I'm gonna create a new file. Alright, let's test this. Okay, wait, it actually works. Alright, so it gives us just a random number. Alright, so I'm not gonna put any weight block here because I just want to test how fast C++ can just output things. Oh my gosh, just a whole slew of random numbers. How do you make the repeat an amount of times block? Okay, I'm gonna keep on exploring this random stuff later. So I guess there's two ways to do it. I'm just gonna use the one with the least amount of code. Let's try this again. Alright, okay, it actually worked. Wait a minute. Wait, so last time the highest number it could go was from 2 billion. So why the numbers are so high? How do I change the range? Like, what if I wanted it to go from only 1 to 40? What even is this? Whoa, what even? What? Okay, I see. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, right. Oh, I forgot I keep forgetting to put the stupid semicolon. Yes, alright, it works. I'll just make this go forever. Oh my gosh, it just generates random numbers. Now we need to turn this into an actual guessing game. I'm gonna say this is a random number test, because this was just to test how the random number thing works. Now I'm gonna make the actual guessing game, and it's gonna be like based off of this random number generator. How do you make the program wait? I want to have it wait a couple seconds before putting the next thing here. What is there not a wait block? How is... Alright guys, so every single article I've looked at, like, is saying that I need to include chrono and include thread. Alright, I'm just gonna test this and see if it doesn't give me an error. Oh, it's successful, yes. Okay, wait, can I actually just do seconds here and then just do 3? Can I just make it do 3 seconds? Please. Okay. Okay! Okay! Yes! Okay, it works, bro! Alright guys, sorry that my camera died. I need to finish this game. Alright, that was a lot of coding, but let's see if this works. Ah! Oh, what? Okay, so I think I need to make this a string because... And I also forgot you have to put 2 equals in here too. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, let's see. So if I just type in random nonsense. Sorry, that was not, okay. Alright, okay. Nice, alright, so... I want to put on easy mode, and then it should, you chose the easy difficulty, and then it will say guess what number I am. Okay, this finally works. Let's go. Finally works. Alright, so the next part is implementing the actual guessing thing. This is what it's supposed to be doing. How I want this to be is that, like, I want to... Okay, so how I want this to work is that basically easy mode will only give you a number between 1 to 50. Medium will only give you a number between 1 to 150, and hard will give you a number between 1 to 300. I think that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, 50, 150, 300, these will be the difficulties. And then the user will have to try and guess what number. Yeah. Alright, so this will be the difficulty picker. This will be the actual guessing. So basically right here, this is where the random thing will be used. I just realized something. We should not put this in the for loop, because what it's gonna do is that if we put this in the loop, it's going to keep like changing this to different random numbers, which will make the game literally impossible. Alright, so this is my full guessing game code. I think I'm done now, so let's just test it out. Alright, welcome to the joining guessing game. I'm gonna go easy mode this time. Chose the easy difficulty. I'm gonna guess 25, too low. 56, no. 34. Oh, I won! 2 tries! 34, okay. I'm a number between 1 and 150. Well, 34. Well, I know what the number is now. 2, too low. 6, too low. 45, too high. Okay, so now I just need to make it like break when you win. So it'll just break out of the loop, and there we go. Okay, let's play this again. So medium difficulty. Number between 1 and 150. 56, too low. 78, too low. 99, too low. Oh wow. 134. I won again. Oh my gosh, I'm so clean. I'm so good at this. This is way too easy. Okay. So, okay. So what I want to add to this is like the option to play again. So I'm gonna wrap this entire thing around a forever loop, so it just keeps, if the user wants to play again and again and again, they can. I want to see if it like supports the or thing, because like this, or this, like or. So like if the user said like, because I know that C++ is case sensitive, so you have to, because if you enter capital Y instead of lowercase y, then it won't work. So I want it to be either this, or ooh, it lit up red. It's red. Okay, that's a good sign. Time to test if this or thing works, because it probably should. Okay, yes, it works. Alright, it works. Alright. Let me go easy now. I just want to test it. Okay, easy difficulty. 25. Too low. 30. Is it just gonna say 34 again? Bro, it just keeps saying 34. Bro, there's no way. Okay, play again. Let's do. If I do capital Y, will it work? Yes, it still works. All right, okay, it works. Easy. Bro, if it does 34 again, bro, please do not do 34. Too low. Okay, yes, okay. Too low. 45? Too high. 40. Too high. 35. Too low. 36. Too low. 37. I win. Okay. So the answer was 37. Play again. Let's do lowercase y. Okay, it works. Yeah, I can oh wait, no. Wait, we haven't tried saying no, because no might not work. Okay, guess what number I am? 34. I'm always gonna do 34. Okay, too high. 30. Too high. 15. Too low. 25. Too low. Okay. 30. Too high. So then 27. Too low. 28. Okay, it was 28. Alright, so then I'll do no. And then yeah, it just says goodbye. Alright, that's good. That's cool. Okay, so we can now confirm our guessing game finally works. I finally completed level 3 of C++, which is make a guessing game. What's up, guys? I'm back. Let's get to making that calculator. Level 4, create a calculator. Okay, so I'm thinking this should be like a simple calculator app where like you just like perform like one operation. Alright, so this was an OS that I made. This was made a long time ago, back in like 2022.
Welcome Clipper_Games.
Yeah, basically it'll ask you the first number. Ask you the first number. Like, and then if you want to do time, you can do that, and then the second number, and then yeah, it'll give you your answer right there. So yeah, something like that. I just realized how many programming languages this thing supports. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. My gosh. Alright, so I just made this little operation picker. You can pick the operation you want to do. But, yeah, let's test this out. Alright, yeah, that works now. Alright, so I'll just do that, okay. Now time for the hard part, the actual multiplication, calculator. Oh my gosh, how many more are there? Oh, yes, okay, it works. Oh my gosh, it works. I don't know what that was I was doing, but yeah, let's try this now. Alright, so I'm gonna do addition, and 67 plus 78. 78 is equivalent to 145. Calculate again. Well, that's that. I have completed the 4th level of C++.